Yeah, Neil Costis in the Sun newspaper, he follows Manchester United very closely. He's looking at some of the key areas that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs to address this summer if Manchester United are going to be successful next season. I want to pick up on three, Jamie, and just throw them your way. The first question he asks, who is Solskjaer going to trust in goal? Neil says this morning this is the major headache, with the manager unable to decide between David De Gea and Dean Henderson, which makes the return of Tom Heaton all the more interesting. De Gea looks past his best, while Henderson did not grab his chance last season. Chopping and changing can increase the already immense pressure on the man handed the gloves for a game, so he needs a solid start from one of them. I would give Heaton a chance, as he comes without that burden from last season.
No.
Jamie, going into the first game of the season, who's your number 1, 2 and 3?
Dean Henderson, David De Gea, Tom Heaton. I mean, Tom Heaton's a very good goalkeeper, but come on, he's not on the level of David De Gea and what Dean Henderson's doing, you know. I think it's similar to last season. They fight it out for the number 1 jersey. De Gea and Dean Henderson, both top keepers. De Gea, you're going to get mistakes. He's going to throw one in. Dean Henderson's more solid, doesn't make too many mistakes, but he's not as good as with his feet like David De Gea is. So it really is just going to depend how he wants to set up. It's going to be really interesting to see who he does start, because your keeper is massively important. With the fans back as well at Old Trafford, you know, their form at home was shocking last season, shocking. And with the fans back, they're not going to have that. So the pressure's going to be on if they don't get off to a good start.
Who could he trust at the back is the next question that Neil asked. He says this morning Solskjaer has the best left back in the country in Luke Shaw. Right back, he has a great tackler in Wan-Bissaka. The main problem, though, is who partners Harry Maguire. There is not much faith in Lindelof or Bailly among fans, but a dip into the transfer market could change that, which is why Real Madrid's Rafael Varane is close to arriving. I've always thought, I mean, Sancho would be a great signing. A central midfielder would also be another good option. But the main priority for me, Jamie, has to be to go out and sign a top-class centre-back to play alongside Harry Maguire. Yeah,
and I think, you know, if they do get Varane in, that's a great signing. I mean, surprised that he's leaving Real Madrid. He's only 28. I had a big Barney with Andy Goldstein about it. So I think John Stones is better, but you know, there's a lot of toing and froing on that. But Varane's a top player, right? He comes with great pedigree. He's won it all. He's been there. He's done the lot. So that is a great signing for Manchester United if they can get that deal done.
And I'll just throw one more your way. The Pogba problem, this just never goes away. Why can't any United manager get the form from him that he showed at Juventus? In Italy, he was part of a team that dominated. For United, he had to lift a fallen giant and has not been able to do it. Solskjaer has tried different formations, different positions, but still the French World Cup winner disappoints. And with just a year left on Pogba's contract, Solskjaer needs him on a new deal and a public commitment to United, or he sells him. Jamie, what should Solskjaer do with Paul Pogba?
Well, he ain't going to sign a new deal. I can't see Mino Raiola just letting him sign a new deal to start Manchester United for the sake of it. He's going to want to see progression. I think Pogba's going to say, like, are we challenging? Are we trying to win things? And I think with the players that they're signing, I think they're on that way again. I don't think he signs a new deal. I think he's going to leave on a free. I can just see it with the agent that he's got and the way Pogba is. I can just see Pogba leaving at the end of the season on a free transfer. And in terms of him playing, I love Paul Pogba. Watching him in the World Cup, breath of fresh air. Like, enjoyed watching him. Doesn't do it for Manchester United at that level. But you've also got to understand that the players that he's playing with in midfield for Manchester United are completely different to the players that he's playing with in France and Juventus. No disrespect to Fred and McTominay. They're not on the level of... you know, Kante, you know, and so you talk about where Manchester United need to improve the most. Yes, they need a centre half. Yes, they're signing Sancho. Good. They need a world-class central midfielder, because Fred and McTominay, you're never going to win the Premier League with Fred and McTominay. McTominay very good, but you're not going to win the Premier League with them players. I'm sorry.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.